the future is where there's not going to be really anybody like talking like this. It's going to be just be more like just kind of talking without talking.
Tune into our brainwaves at www.obscurebrainwaves.com. We don't even have to talk. We just sit here and stare at each other. It's
really wavy over here.
Yeah, the video would just be us staring at each other. ObscureRadio.com. Tune in for the zaniness.
Zany, wacky,
Zany and wacky.
Oh my God. I can't believe it.
Oh, it's gonna be a thing, dude.
Why did everybody talk like that back then?
Wacky,
I actually did research on this at one point when
Did
I was trying to,
Wow.
when Screaming Scott told me to find, study
Screaming Scott.
He's like, he has. Do you know who Screaming Scott is? WRIF. Riff,
No.
The big rock station in Detroit. He's got his tagline is like, he'd pop out and go, "Hey!" That's his thing. And Arthur Penhallow had,
Hey!
and Arthur P, he'd be like,
Arthur P.
"Baby, WRIF." They all had their little tag things. It's because that kind of shit, it's easily, if you can come up with something like, "Hey!" or "Baby," when it's that voice, and if you hear it enough, it gets ingrained into your head, and so you will forever remember that. You've never probably heard of Arthur Penhallow or Screaming Scott, but you're gonna forever remember, "Hey, baby,"
Hey!
you're gonna remember that forever, and be like, "Who's the guy who does hey?" And then
Yeah.
it's that one DJ in Detroit. It gets people's attention. It's different than monotonous talk like this, like these words that I'm saying in this kind of like conversational manner. None of these words are gonna stick in people's mind banks. It's digestible information. You're gonna take it in. You're gonna shit it out. You're gonna be done with it. That's gonna be the end of it.
All right, thanks.
When you. I mean, that's what talk is. You don't remember every single word.
No, you don't.
You're not going to remember every
You just
single word
remember
you say.
key things, and then you gotta kind of. Sometimes you just remember
the information goes in, you digest it in your head, you process it, and then.
But sometimes you leave a little cube of like, so you have to go back to it to remember exactly what it was. You know what I mean? But you're like a bookmark.
Yeah,
you're like, I do remember this, but I have to go back.
This is all digestible information.
Yes.
You're in that moment, you're listening to information, you're processing in your head, you're developing your opinions on it, you're developing all this,
all in real time.
All in real time. And then after it's over, you're done with it, and you'll wait for the next episode and do the same thing over and over. When you have the crazy and wild zany DJ every weekend like this, you're like, oh man, that kind of triggers, oh, this is this guy,
right?
This is, I enjoy this guy. I don't remember what he talked, but I know that I enjoy him because his banter, whatever it is, it sticks in your brain forever. It's more than just that digestible information that once it's over, and that's it. It lingers. And then once you hear it enough, this is not to get too political, but this is a part of psychology, and I actually studied this when I was looking at the radio as well. If you say something repeatedly over and over and over and over and over and over and over to massive amounts of people, it doesn't matter how wrong it is. And the first time you hear it, I could tell you, I'm a damn alien. I have tentacles inside my penis right now. And if I repeated that to you every 5 minutes for the next 4 years, at some point you're going to start being, maybe he does. And then at the end of it, yes, he definitely does, because I've been hearing about this for so long. So anything you say, repeat it long enough and frequently enough, you will eventually start to believe it at some level.
Right.
You might not be fully invested in it and fully believe it, but you will believe it on some level. You will at least acknowledge the possibility of it being real.
That's why they tell you not to talk down about yourself all the time. Say like you suck at this, or you're like I suck at this, and all the time, because the more and more you tell yourself that, you're just gonna believe it.
Yeah,
and that's what starts this big long road to depression. And you just just get yourself out of that
It's the same exact thing.
Yep.
And Politicians do this all the time. They can, if they have one thing, whatever side of the you're on, they say something enough, eventually you're at least acknowledge the possibility that what they're saying is real.
Right.
Because they've stuck with it for this long. Rather than just a flub or a slip of the lip or something like that. If they stick with something long enough, at the very beginning, be like, this guy's full of shit. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then you go 4 or 6 years down the line, he's still saying it. Maybe it is real. Maybe Rikki really does have tentacles growing out of his penis right now.
What the fuck?
Maybe he really does.
Wow, he really does believe in aliens.
It's that psychology, that a lot of, that goes back to the it's all part of the psychology of broadcast.
Right.